step out of the car for?
I'm not stepping out of the car.
What's that?
I'm not stepping out of the car for my safety.
On a scorching hot day, a vlogger named Ambit had just finished his shift and was heading home. Because his car was broken down, Ambit asked a friend for a ride. Along the way, Ambit noticed a police cruiser persistently tailing them. However, throughout that time, the officer made no attempt to initiate a traffic stop. It wasn't until Ambit and his friend arrived at their destination to swap a delivery order that the police cruiser, still lurking behind, finally activated its emergency lights and signaled them to pull over. The officer demanded the driver, Ambit's friend, to present his license. Moments later, the officer turned to Ambit in the passenger seat, demanding his identification as well. Believing this demand violated his constitutional rights, Ambit firmly refused to comply.
How you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Whatever the traffic stop was, it doesn't really matter. I'm not here for that, obviously.
Oh,
just
in case I started recording, because
that's fine. You
if anything, if I need it for court or anything.
You can record all you want, no problem.
This man is Ambit. At this moment, he informed the officer that he would be recording the entirety of their interaction on video.
You're obligated when you're in a motor vehicle to present your ID.
When you're driving?
When you're in the motor vehicle, yes, like right now.
Can I see what law is that?
I don't have the law book on me. I know the law. That's.
So if you know it, how come?
If you weren't in the car and you parked in a parking lot, no. But as far as the motor vehicle being operated, yes.
Right. So get the law for me. Give me.
The officer asserted to Ambit that law enforcement has the absolute right to identify every passenger in a moving vehicle. Ambit, however, stood his ground and challenged the officer to cite the specific statute under US law. During a standard traffic stop, only the driver is legally required to present their driver's license, vehicle registration, and proof of insurance. Failure to do so constitutes a violation. For passengers, however, unless the officer possesses reasonable, articulable suspicion of criminal activity, or if officer safety is actively threatened, law enforcement is strictly prohibited from demanding their personal information or identification.
What law it is, and then you're a police officer. You're supposed to know all the laws and
Let me talk to you. Step out of the car for me.
I'm not stepping out of the car.
What's that?
I'm not stepping out of the car for my safety.
Refusing to engage in further debate, the officer ordered Ambit to step out of the vehicle immediately. Once again, Ambit firmly stood his ground and refused to comply.
For your safety?
For my safety.
What do you think? We're going to beat you up?
No, but once you tell somebody to step out of the car, it's either they're being arrested, you're going to take them in for questioning or something like that. Okay. If I'm not going to be...
Listen.
I'd rather stay here where this is recording in case something happens.
You're Mr. Lawyer, okay?
No, I told him I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. But I value my rights. I have rights. I know the Constitution. I know what rights I have.
The Fourth Amendment to the United States Constitution grants American citizens the right to be protected against unreasonable searches and seizures by government agencies.
We do it with every single car
You give up your rights when you're in the car.
When you're driving.
When you're driving.
You
have to present your ID.
Yeah, when you're driving.
Have your ID, that's fine, but you got to give them a name.
I'm not giving out my name just because. Because you're gonna start. I need your name. I need your date of birth. You're gonna look me up. You're gonna have my address. You're gonna have all the information. Yeah. But what crimes did I commit?
He didn't say you committed any, did he?
No one's saying. We do it with every single car.
Yep.
As far as you getting out of the car, I know you're thinking you're Joe Attorney.
No, I don't think that. I don't think that.
If you're getting arrested, you're gonna get arrested.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not.
All right. So when you say I'm being arrested, then we'll take it from there.
Why would I say that? Why would I say you're being arrested?
I don't know.
Sitting in the passenger
Yeah, because you're asking me for my name, my date of birth.
That's just for our safety. That's why we do.
Yep.
That.
At this juncture, the officer explained that for officer safety reasons, they needed to check Ambit's identification. In reality, however, Ambit was entirely unarmed, had not been caught engaging in any unlawful behavior. and the officers could not establish that his physical appearance matched any known suspect description.
But why did he get pulled over, right?
Had him for speeding.
Okay, so that's his problem.
Yeah, but
I'm just getting the ride home.
listen, but you're in the car, okay?
Yeah, but I didn't commit a crime. I didn't speed.
We're not saying that you did. We identify everyone in the car.
You're not
Every
listening
single car
to me.
stop.
I am listening.
Okay? When you get out of the car, okay, we don't just arrest people to get out of the car. We just don't tell you to get out if it's for the heck of it, okay? For our safety, we ask for ID. Now, you're obligated by the state to do that, okay?
Do you see anybody shooting? Do you see anybody with a bazooka?
So I'm not here to be a debate. That's for court, okay?
All right, so whatever you gotta do, but I'm not giving up my rights. I'm not giving up my rights, and I know that's not a law. Once you tell me the law, what number it is, everything, we're gonna look it up,
It is
you know,
a law,
stuff like
but I'll
that.
be right back. I'll
All
be
right.
right back. Where are you guys from?
Providence.
Providence?
Ambit continued to refuse to step out of the car, having hit a wall. The two officers retreated to their patrol cruiser to call for backup. While waiting, they ordered the driver to exit the vehicle and walk to the rear. They then demanded that the driver turn over Ambit's name, warning him that if he refused, he would be slapped with a traffic ticket. However, showing immense loyalty, the driver remained silent and refused to give up his friend's identity to the police.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, how's it going?
What's going on?
Just going.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got a constant? Hey, can you hop off just for a minute? Just want to talk to you real quick.
Nah, I want to stay with the camera is recording because I don't know. You know, I don't want to be.
Feel free to bring
Yeah.
the camera with you.
I don't want to carry that and have it in your face, you know.
Okay.
But
Then you know what?
you know, I don't want to be
Okay.
disrespectful. I don't want to take you guys away from doing your job and stuff. But they say that when you have rights, either you use them or you lose them, you know.
You're not disrespectful, okay? But you are breaking the law.
Looking back at the entire interaction, Ambit made his position crystal clear while maintaining absolute composure. He was neither arrogant nor subservient, perfectly exercising the lawful rights granted to him by the Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution.
Yeah.
Okay. The United States Supreme Court says that we have every right to take you out of this car while we conduct a traffic stop.
Even when I'm not being arrested, I wasn't
we don't-
driving.
you're
I
not
don't have
being-
any
you are
probable
not being
cause.
arrested.
You know, just with my friend, because he already got a ticket. He's late for, you know, he's giving me a ride, you know, as a courtesy, you know, for me, because my car broke down. I'll give you my ID, all right? Because I've been here for 31 years in this country, never been arrested, don't have any kind of,
I'm not arguing any of that
I
stuff.
don't have any records, everything's clean, you know.
Do we have his ID?
Yeah, I'll give it to him now, just for my friend, for his, if it was me, I'll be here
You
till
have
5 in the
your ID
morning,
on you?
I don't
That
have
would
it.
be- that would be
Yeah,
all
I'll just give it to you,
okay.
so I'm going to reach for my ID, all right?
You go right ahead.
Just for
As a result of the extended traffic stop, they were left stranded on the roadside under the scorching sun for over an hour. Not wanting to cause further trouble for the friend who was simply giving him a ride, Ambit ultimately chose to waive his rights and handed over his identification to the officers.
my friend.
Yep.
I'll give up my rights for my friend.
Well, it has nothing to do with rights, my friend.
All right, here you go. You're not going to find anything. I just want to, you know, we have the rights. If you don't use it, you lose it. And that's where it's going in this country already.
You do have rights,
Mhm.
and I understand that. I'm well versed in the Constitution.
Yeah, I follow.
You do have rights.
Yeah, I follow. I try to follow all the laws.
But
I try to learn everything, you know, so I
But you
could.
do have to identify yourself.
To their credit, throughout the entire exchange, the officers maintained a calm and professional demeanor, refraining from using physical force to extract Ambit from the car when he refused to exit. However, their sweeping assertion that all passengers must unconditionally comply with police orders and present identification lacks any valid legal foundation.
They say if you're being arrested, there's probable cause, or you're being a danger, you know.
We
Yeah,
don't
I-
know who you are as the passenger if you don't tell us. So.
Yeah, but I wasn't driving. I didn't commit any crime. There's no probable cause that I'm going to commit a crime. You didn't catch me in the act of committing a crime.
You know what I'm saying? We don't know who you are.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying too.
I do.
You know.
I do. However, just so you know, in the future, you do have to provide.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna call the chief of police and ask him, you know, just to make sure. Because if it is, and I'm wrong, the next time, I know better,
Or the
But
Attorney General's office, they can really tell you. Just tell them the situation. I was a passenger in a car. I was asked to provide my ID, and they'll let you know that is the case.
okay, I want to find that out because I try to keep up with all the laws, and if that's a new law and I don't know about it, I want to find out.
Knowledge is power.
Yeah, that I just wrote that today on Facebook. I said knowledge is power. Same thing like that.
Yep, absolutely.
I said read and learn. I try to always keep up with all the laws, the new laws, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, everything.
Why not?
Just so, yep. I've been here for 31 years, never been arrested, never been in trouble with the police, never been in any kind of trouble, ever.
You ever been stopped and asked for your ID when you were a passenger?
Well, no, never.
Never, huh?
It just because I have 2 cars, but they both broke down, so
Gotcha.
so they can give me a ride for work.
The reason why we do that is obviously to check anybody, see if they have warrants or whatever. We don't know who the passenger is, the car.
Yeah, but you see what the problem with that is? You cannot just go around stopping everybody and asking for IDs like Nazi Germany. You know what I mean?
The vehicle's legally stopped though for traffic violations.
Yeah. Now, because you know how it is nowadays.
We don't just accost people on the street and ask them for their identification.
Yeah, but that's where it's going.
Yep.
In New York,
Listen, we're not in New York.
it's already like that.
We're not in New York. We're in Rhode Island. Okay? And the courts say if you are stopped by the police for a legal reason, which this was a legal reason, you committed a traffic violation.
At this point, the detective once again conflated the legal statutes. When a violating vehicle is pulled over, only the driver is legally required to present identification, not the passenger. Ambit immediately called out the detective's error right then and there.
He did.
Of some sort. We have the right to identify any passengers in the motor vehicle.
Yeah, but that in New York, they didn't have that law
We're
before.
not in New York.
I mean, but they didn't have it there. Just like they don't have it here, it might go there. If you don't use our rights, if you don't flex your rights, that's where it's going to go, right there, Nazi Germany.
That's when you notify your state rep and you...
Now, pretty soon I'll be going down the street, walking around, papers, please, papers.
Well, that's...
That's where it's going. I mean, I'm sad to say about this is where it's going in this country. Man, when I was here, back when I first came in here, like back in the 80s, the 90s, it was lovely to, here, but the way it's going now, I don't know if that was after 9/11 or what happened, but I just can't do anything anymore without having your papers, it's sad, it's sad.
Ambit shared that as an immigrant who arrived in the United States over 30 years ago, he has never stopped educating himself on U.S. law and the fundamental rights every citizen possesses. However, he expressed profound disappointment with the current law enforcement system.
And I don't have anything to hide or anything, but...
I'm not saying that you do.
No, I don't know, but it seems like that. When you want to give out your name and ID, it seems like, there's all these red flags. What is he hiding?
You're one person. This case that this sergeant's talking about came from a state trooper asking for identification from a bus full of people. And the Supreme Court found that it was warranted. That they can ask for identification.
So even all those innocent people that were just there along for the ride, they have to go through all this hassle, give out the names, the date of birth, the social security, just because somebody else did something? We all have to pay for it? I mean, does that seem right? Now, if you're looking for a person driving the same type of car that was being looked for like a crime he committed, it was driving a car that's similar to this one, a red Civic, we're looking for that type of car, there's a wanted, and then you stop him for that car, then they go, all right, we stop somebody driving that same, we're looking for somebody that's driving the same type of car, he's being looked for, he committed a crime, all right, I will understand that. But asking me all this because he was speeding, I mean, it doesn't go together. It makes no sense.
The courts have said that we can.
All right. Now I'm just gonna, look that up. I'm not saying that you're lying, but I want to make sure for myself.
I'm going to lie to you.
Okay.
Like I said, no benefit to me.
Probably call the Attorney General's office and
Yeah, I'm gonna find that out because.
You can Google search it.
No, I don't trust Google. I go straight for the source. You can't believe anything you read online. There's too many,
If you go on the Rhode Island
too
State
many,
website,
like he says, too many lawyers online. They think they know everything, and then they tell you something that is not even
if you go on
true.
the Rhode Island State website, you can look up all the Rhode Island general laws.
Okay. Yeah, I have the phone number for the.
If you do a search on there of obstruction of justice, the entire definition of the statute will come up.
All right.
You'll see that.
And it's gonna say if you're a passenger on a car and you get asked for the ID.
It won't be that specific.
You see?
That comes
I want to see where it says that.
comes from case law.
I want to see where it says that exact word. If you get stopped, your passenger must, by law, give out his name and everything, or go straight to jail. I want to see that.
Okay, well, do you want to roll down your window?
Man, he's all set.
Yeah, he's all set. Thanks, Phil.
Have a good day, sir.
All right, man. Take care.
Appreciate it.
After running Ambit's identification, the officers confirmed he had absolutely no criminal record or prior offenses. Ultimately, they issued a citation to the driver for speeding, tacked on another ticket for the excessively tinted windows, and finally cleared them to leave the scene. What are your thoughts on how this situation unfolded? Let's jump into the discussion down in the comments below. This is Behind the Shield, US Police Files, and we will see you next time.